So, sorting the train out today. I thought do something a little bit different. I did mute it on my keyboard. Oh, okay. So obviously there's a bit that's been done since the last video's come out. That's because I've been doing a bit today, but I suddenly thought the fact that I've got to build up gradient, why don't I start doing some of it on the lives? So I think this is my first live since, well, can't even remember when I did the last one. But hope everyone is keeping well. And I think I've sorted out some music. So I've created a playlist using the YouTube music, and that's gone onto my Apple Music. So hopefully that'll give us some background music. Like, because last time we did it, it was a little bit quiet as such. So I'm just drinking my cup of tea so it doesn't go cold either. But I'm probably going to leave this bit for now and leave that for the video, and then work on this with the gradients because it still needs to build it up. Because here at the moment I think I'm on the 6 or 7B, and I can go up to the 8B on that, and then it's just making everything here more because this all needs to actually go darker than it is. I'm just going to put this in shuffle and just... Oh, to help with my volume, which side's my volume? So please do let me know if the music's too loud. As Rob starts playing something else. Please do feel free to say hello as well. Paper's gone. Hey Jake, you keeping okay? Thank you for tuning in, buddy. And Stephen B, my commissioner. Very good evening, Stephen, darling. So I have done a bit more. I hadn't actually sent you the picture. I've done a bit more today, but that will go on the video. But I'm going to look at this of building up gradients on the live, so that way it's not watching the same on the video each week. So this playlist I'm using is literally just a few that I found on the YouTube studio music. So if it's that bad and god awful, obviously I will get rid of it, but it was just a quick listen through. Thank you, buddy. Is it just you watching, or is it the lovely lady of the house watching as well? So again, to not lose it, this is just for 4B. Hopefully as well, doing this live will show you guys just the process and what a gradient build-up actually does. Ah, she's doing music practice. Not a problem. I need to get a proper bit of paper because that isn't working. It's in here somewhere, I think. Just bear with me. Oh, that's one thing I didn't get out. Hey Mav, I haven't seen this in a while, which you've got on my mind is super impressive. Thank you, buddy. So I've done a bit more today. I have kind of hidden it because I'm just messing around with gradients more on this one than actually doing more detail, which I've been working on today. So it's a constant process this. You'd think it was done, but I've actually got a long way to go if you look at the reference photo. And we've still got a bit of a way to go with the gradients. Might show a bit different to you guys on here, but you do your base and then build it up. So this is even with a 6B now. It's like building a model railway, never finished. Oh no, I hope to finish this one day. I think Stephen hopes for that as well. Let me know when you want me to put comments on somewhere else. I've got to make sure I don't mix up my pencils. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to see if I can get up on the iPad to see the comments. I don't know how well this is going to work.
I want to make your reference.
This is what I'm going to see if I can get it on the little screen. Don't know if I can. So I should have set it up on the other phone. So it's all learning, obviously. But I don't know where the other phone is. Just bear with us, guys, for a few technical issues, because obviously it means Rob can use the computer. Yes, please. When it's done, it will inspire me to get on with my layout. Yeah, exactly. It's something I do want to get done. Stephen, hello. If you start any mod a railway now, then you may have done at least something to hang up before she's done. Hey, you can come and do this if you want, Mav.
Well, there's two of them over here.
I don't either. They've like disappeared.
Use that, but that's not far off dying.
I saw it earlier. Is it over by where the gimbal was? Oh, I just realised, Rob, don't hurt me, but I haven't had to boost up the sound. I wonder if it's an OBS thing then, because this is directly from YouTube. I'm not doing it in OBS. Rob, don't hurt me though, says Mav. I have a board set up, just need to lay track. Oh, that'd be nice. And no grace, thank you, but no, I drawed it by just casting my eyes upon it. Ah, don't be daft. So we literally lost the phone that we found the other day. Ah, well, it wouldn't be a stream related to us if I had everything ready, would it? Well, you give me the look with the glasses.
Just use mine, but you have to.
Okay.
Find a USB-C.
Okay, darling. I've spun. No, I need to spin that way. Ah, sorry. Can I?
Yeah.
USB, so we got plenty of USB-C leads. What one's that? No, that's iPhone. I said we had plenty of USB leads, and now look at it. Do you mind if I pop it in?
How do I use the controller?
Because it's USB.
Oh.
Oh, actually, have you got the spare USB-C one there? Because I could put my iPad in there and then put this in me. There we go. I am set with the comments now, guys. Okay. And good evening, Brian. I know you like these lives. As you can see here, even with this is even 2B the same as here, but I've darkened it. But I might go in with a 4B. But you need to go around and get the rest of it. Because if you just do one section, then that's when you lose your gradients and touch away. Always build it up slowly. That way I'm not going in too much too soon. I can't believe you can create that just from pencil. It's just different techniques, Bri. So it's like, especially with metal, to create like your lightness or your metal shiny look, it's blending it in and also doing it lighter. It's like with a horse bit, it was the same. But this is the bit that I've still not actually fully worked on, so I need to do this to get it a bit more rounded. And then that will give me how dark this panel needs to go. Because I think in this, I'm on 6B. I have kind of lost track. Oh, go away, fly. You're not part of it.
I still think it looks like Darth Vader.
Yeah, how many votes? Shall I do a poll? Does it look like Darth Vader? She's very good. That's why I asked Grace to do this for me. Yes, and you threw me out your comfort zone, my comfort zone. But you know what? It's a challenge, and I've kind of enjoyed it at times. You know, I've now learnt the technique for creating my smoke. A bit more on the metalwork here still needs doing. But like I said, it's sometimes as well, if you go on the same bit all the time, especially me, whether it's the ADHD, I don't know, but sometimes I just have to step away. Otherwise, I'm just like, no, I don't want to do it. So I've got that as well. The only one I know is HB. So in this set, Bri, they're made by Strattler as well, that do your normal pencil, but these are the Mars Lumograph Black. So these have actually got a bit of, is it charcoal or something in them? Let me just look before I say the wrong thing. Yeah, so there's a higher proportionate of carbon in this. So unlike your normal HB pencils, which you can get in different gradients as well, this is a 3B. But doing this, it creates a lot of shine. So you still get shine on this. And this is why when I've finished, you do like a matte spray over it all. But this has got a higher carbon content, so it reduces that depending how you put your pencil. But it's not showing it as well. But you've got your different grade. I think it's just the amount of graphite in it. And that's what gives you your darker and lighters. So let me just catch up with comments. Very good. Oh, top messages. Let me change it to all messages as well, so I don't miss anything. How's the music, guys? Is it giving it a bit more than it was for last time? I can't. She's so good. That's why I asked. Grace, the only one who knows HP. Stunning, isn't it, Brian? I can sketch, and I'm certainly better at copying pictures. But this now, I couldn't come close. You can always start. You know, at the end of the day, I do trace. I'm not going to deny I can't freehand, especially something like this. And because I said to Stephen, it did take me longer to do this, but that's because this is more technical, where things like animals are a bit more free-flowing with a fur. If you don't get it bang on, it just makes it look even more natural, but with trains, I suppose it's a bit more technical, so... But it's just about playing around with it. I've got rid of things before, and Barnabas Junction. Jason, very good evening. Thank you for joining in. After I've seen how good the animals were, fantastic. Thank you, Stephen. And music just right, brilliant. Thank you. Like I said, I just wanted to try and give it something. And I think last time it was just me listening to it on my headphones, and it was too strange. But I suppose that's the one thing TikTok had, is that there was no worries on what music you used. And while I never really played anything really out there, it was calm stuff, not with words, but it would still, I imagine, get this algorithm and I'd be told off for it. Although I'm not sure on this track. I don't know, what do we think on this track, guys? Like I said, it is new, so it's a bunch. I've not even listened to it the whole way through. It sounds a bit twee to me. Chattanooga choo-choo. But yeah, if you think anything that music and it's just no, do let me know. I'm debating this one. You just unfortunately don't get a huge choice. Such an exceptional skill. Thank you, Jace. Sorry, I'm old. Don't be. I kind of recognise it, but I can't quite twig. Who is it that... It was sung, wasn't it? I can't remember who sung it, though. I really need to actually add here. Just looking back at the picture. Would be nice to get a crash course on different pencil grades. Do you mean now, or do you mean as a video? Let me know, Bri. Because, you know, I'm not an expert with it, but I can obviously share on what I know. You know, look at my art, but... Oh, it's an old movie. I knew I recognised it, but I couldn't remember where. We shall sit here watching in silence as you work on my drawing. Oh, I don't mind it, Jace. I just might occasionally not see it for a little bit. And then maybe do a bulk read of comments might be a easier thing to do. I've already done 2D by the looks of that. So the only thing that I did stuff up when creating this one especially, was because I had to use the tracing paper, because the app that I was using just wasn't having it. And it's obviously a longer tracing process. I used the tracing paper, but because I'd already agreed with Stephen on what kind of side I do, which way it was going to face, I had to kind of indent the paper. And that has caused slight issues. I'm obviously going to see what I can do to sort it. But those lines are harder to fill in. It's not so bad when you're doing bulk colour, but when you're using a blending stump, it just disappears. No, it disappears, it comes back. It comes back to haunt me. Oh, look at man. A separate video. That's not a problem. I can look at doing that, bro. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but I can obviously see what I can do and just go off what I've learned. Right, let's just pass there. But hopefully doing this live is showing you guys a bit more what I mean. Bless you. Yeah, any questions, feel free to ask. To me, you are... I would love to learn how to do what you do. Well, definitely, bro. I can do a video if you want. Like I said, I don't know how in depth, but maybe I can show you what happens if you, like, build it up too much or something. But again, it's... everyone's different. Everyone uses different pencils. I'd love to do it all in charcoal, but that's a very messy process and definitely not something that I'm going to attempt yet. Colour is my next challenge. Richard, how are you keeping down there? Hi, Grace. Did not see it was live. Hope you're okay. Thank you. I'm okay, darling. It was a bit of a last-minute thing this evening. I ended up going for a kip and I was like, ooh, are you going up?
Okay. Better headbands are useless.
Yeah. Well, your other ones are upstairs as well, your blue ones. So after looking from all this time, I suddenly found them the other day.
Look at the shutters.
There's no wind, is there? So now I do have it up on my computer, so... finish my cold tea. So let me move this a little bit, guys, and then at least maybe I can have it where I see the comments a bit easier. If I see them out the corner of my eye. But yeah, I can look at doing that for you maybe this week, Brian. Because I think I did a very quick explanation on like my first video on what I do. But other than that, it never really transgressed into anything for, well, until Stephen wanted this, so. It's just the camera angle as well is not something I've fully sorted out yet either. No, it is appreciated, all of you coming in and showing the support, it really is. Right, I've got to go back to 2B there because I'm going too hard too fast. So what I was just doing there, Bri, and why I've gone back is this has only got a very basic 2B on it, a very light. But going straight into 4, you've got to build it up gradually, otherwise it looks, obviously, it's blocky, it creates quite a block look and doesn't give you your lines especially on like Nismo, well, Megan that I've drawing, you can really see where I went in too quick with some of her gradients. So whenever you grace a future suggestion, Stephen, don't you know you don't need to be old to know the Chunlunga Chew? Yeah, so like I said, I had heard it, I just couldn't think where from. I was having a moment as always. It's fine, we're not old here mentally, we're all, what, maybe 10 years old at most? Oh, that is blended in, I need to get the darker. I had my first pension in August, so I feel older. Does that mean you've got your bus pass now? Although, did I hear that they're talking about stopping even my bus pass now? What I'll try and do to blend it as well is not do like a straight edge. And I will get my blending stump and blend it out a touch. So that way it's not as harsh like a line or a join up. Because on my reference it does start getting lighter. And what you don't want with your natural shadowing and light is that, evident line. I'm going to open me jammy dodgers. I was surprised at the bus. Yeah, and I've used it. Oh, nice one. It doesn't help, they've cancelled buses all on the island. They've cancelled a load of them in different villages. I think about 6 or 7 villages that now don't have any buses. Well, 1 or 2 are lucky and the private firms have gone, we're off here, but it's probably enough to allow someone to do a bit of shopping, maybe. So I need to sort this out before I get any further in. I haven't done my line thick enough. Before I go any darker with gradients, it's easier to sort now. And this is a very thin razor, and then I've cut it down to create an even thinner tip. Bus pass for the train, seriously? They're wanting people to do public transport support. I suppose it's an incentive and a way to get you out as well. Broody, are you new? I don't seem to recognise your name, but very big welcome if you are. Those old Art Deco trains were beautiful. The cover of Oscar Peterson's Night Train is a nice example. Yeah, so I'm actually doing this a commission from our other channel, RGJ. Because usually I am predominantly pets, but this has definitely been a new challenge for me. But a very big welcome, buddy. I'm obviously very lucky and fortunate that a lot of our viewers over there are also supporting me in this venture. Ouch. Could not get back from Chester though because the train broke down, so I had to get a taxi from Liverpool, which cost me 50 quid. Ow! That's not good. So what I also do to find my gradient, where the lines go up to, is I use bits in the photo of where things go. So these lines, they tend to stop their gradient as you travel up about here. So it's kind of like a line from here to there, really. And that's what gives me, well, there to there. And that's what gives me a guide point as well on where to stop and where to start. So I will always use for reference of a picture constantly. Sorry, Grace, what are those pen type pencils you're using? So these are the Mars Lumigraph Black. So you might recognise this as a normal pencil brand, but these are the ones as well. I definitely need to do a video on this, I think, Brian. But because I know people are asking, which is brilliant to ask. How is that in focus? So if I leave that there, can you actually see it? I'm trying to think of it in a way where you can see it, but... Brilliant. I just sketched in a train going into perspective on a painting I'm doing just this morning. Crazy coincidence. Well, you're more than welcome to this channel, buddy. Have you got your art on yours as well then, or? Because I mainly started with this over on TikTok, and it seems people don't really want to go between the two. But eventually I'm going to sort it to be able to stream on both at the same time. Oh, the rubber things. So I actually found these off another artist. It's the Tombow Mono Zero, and I've actually got two of these. So this comes as like a circle, and then somewhere I've got the square one, which is handy for the straight lines. If I can show it to you, I will. It's if I put it back, because I found it the other day and I think I've lost it again. Which one is that? Is that rounded or square? But I can show you with the refills. So you get the refills, and these ones are actually square, which are handy for like your straight lines and things. So no, they're so handy. And then I've got my blending stumps as well. So what I might do, because I'm not sure if many people watch like the first video or anything, I might do an updated of the tools that I'm using, especially in relation to this. Maybe see what you guys think. So I might do that. Just taking a quick break, those that know. I just had a chance to have a chat with you guys for a minute. Watching this makes me want to get out of, this makes me want to get my City of Birmingham out. Oh, you're loco, Bri. And Brody. Am I saying your name right, by the way, bud? I only go on YouTube, I suppose. I'm missing a lot of great artists. So yeah, I actually started my drawings on TikTok. It seemed to be a very big thing during COVID, or the back of COVID, when people were in lockdown. So I really missed mine because I was on the front line with it. But I created a channel, and it took me a while to build up, but I managed to build it up to 1,000, and 1,000 is where you can go live. YouTube's a bit nicer, and it lets you go live at 50. So it's a lot more reachable than TikTok. The algorithms is changing there a lot. There is still artists, but I don't think it's what it once was. It's mainly the same artists I see now. You know, I think some people just don't do it anymore. You know, they've gone back to work, things like this. But I am trying to kind of merge the two, but not everyone wants to. And a lot of people, sometimes it's just flicking through TikTok and they see it. Where I'm very lucky, all of the names you will see on here are people from our Model Railway channel, and I thank them so much for my support again. All the support they're giving me, it was because of them that I was able to start going live on here. So I am extremely grateful. But yeah, I will look at doing a video then on everything that I'm using again. So we're darker about here. So again, this is why it's important to look at the picture references, because the average line is here, but that is the end of it. You've also got lines where the colours change, and sometimes you haven't got landmarks as such to know where to draw to, so you've got to constantly look back at your reference as your guide. Like I said, I did start this off as a trace, but the rest of it has been filled in by me. Do we prefer it with a bit of music though, guys? Like I said, it's literally a few of the, do you go soft? Yeah, so, Broody, so I actually start off from HB with this set. I literally go from start to finish building it up. So, like my really shiny metal area here at the moment is actually still HB. And then I build it up from each bit. So, some of it is HB even. Yeah, so the music seems to be winning. Like I said, if there's one we get that is just too twee or whatever, I've not fully listened to all of the tracks yet. It was literally just a quick flick through to see if, oh, that one might work and that one might work. So, Broody, this is actually still only 2B at this point. Like I said, I think I'm about 6 or 7B down here. But I've still got a load of a way to build it up. Music is nice, brilliant. Thank you, Richard. Broody, nice darks, but a lot of sharpening. You'd be surprised. So I've actually done the other portraits with this same set of pencils. I've obviously used a lot of the 2B and the 4B on this current one. And my 6B is where I made the mistake with the dog that I haven't posted, but that's a special one for Rob, my partner. So that one's not really shown. Every now and then if I show it, but, you know, it's not one that I'm drawing as such on my channel. But I did make the mistake, first of all, and I worn that down. I've meant to do that. I barely used that since, but the 7 and the 8B are barely touched. But I've definitely, the 2, the 4 and the 6, I've used a lot of this. And it was an artist friend that I've known since school that was like, don't go too harsh. My wife just got home, she said it's amazing. Thanks, buddy. I'll pass my love on to both of you. I just thought, I've not done a drawing live in ages. And especially as I haven't thrown any content out while we took a break on RGJ and here, really. I thought, why not tonight do a live? But I have been filming a bit today. Those that have come in after, I have done a bit more with the carriages, but I thought I'd do gradient build up on lives. Because I suppose it's a bit more interesting when you're watching it live than on a fast play of the video. You know, it doesn't seem like I'm doing much, but it's what help creates the final picture. And now we're going to China. I'll tell you what, I feel like we're visiting loads of countries with this all music I've chosen. I go through 4B and soft like crazy, keeping a sharp point, but I want black. I could use colour pencil, but don't do sketch. So I totally recommend these Mars Lumograph Black, them Broody. They're amazing. It's not that expensive for this set either. And sadly, they don't have like the 3B. But these, you still get a little bit of shine, but not as much from just the normal graphite pencils. So it was something I saw at the time, like when it was all on the algorithm and there was always the videos. And these ones, like I said, you do get a bit of shine depending how you hold the pencil and when you use the blending stump. But it's nowhere near as much as you get from the normal graphite pencils. So definitely check them out. I think if you look at my first ever video, they are linked in there. But even though this is traced, I'm sometimes still go in and sort things out and I need to blend that, but because that's too harsh, this is also great at getting rid of some of it without, it's just not putting the full pressure on, and you can get rid of gradients a little bit with it. And then use your blending stump that you've already got a bit of a graphite on to put it back to the colour that you wanted. Alan, hello sweetheart. Hi Grace, when are you going to get a Derwent graphite pencil set? Oh, I don't even know. That's in a long list of colours for one that I do want to try. But I'm not there yet. Dutch is looking fantastic, top class. Regards, Alan. It's lovely to see you in here, darling. But you are quite the artist yourself. I do love your trees. Richard, it's strange not to hear Rob in the background. Yeah, he's gone upstairs. Sometimes he's in, but I had a kit before this, so I think he's now just settling with a film. Couldn't get the headphones to work to play his game, so he's gone up. I think they sell Lumograph here. Oh, okay. Well, my link might not work for you then, but it might because it's Amazon. It might bring you up suggested sellers for you then. Oh, my mine's too thick. Get rid of that and start that again, I think. Rob who? Yeah, I suppose it is. It's weird because a lot of you guys are used to the two of us. So I am going back to the 2B just to get this lining in. And I've just realised doing this, I actually have a shadow there as well. I need to add in. But as you can see, I went up to thicker gradients, so it is harder to get gone. Can you flip the work upside down for those lines? I don't really change it that much. Move it around or not, because then that, for me, I find I lose the perspective of what I'm trying to draw. But obviously everyone's different. Certain parts I will move at an angle. Like when I did this bar, I did move it at the angle to get it straight, but I find if I flip it too much, then I lose perspective. This is like watching Bob Ross painting his happy little clouds. Yeah, I was going to say my voice is a little bit different. Wow, that's why. Very peaceful and therapeutic. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Brian the last time. He said it's so different from RGJ. Not in a bad way, but... Alright, I need to concentrate on here and see what I've done. Because that line doesn't go as far back. Tony Hart was my era. Right, so I've noticed just going over here, there's something wrong here, so I'm just gonna do it again, I think. Right, so we've got a big line there. Yeah, exactly, but I thought it was you. I go by the best way my hand works. I struggle a bit with lines coming in like that, I think. So I think when I drew it initially, it was flipping it round, but that was only from the trace. So we've got that one there. And this is where I start talking to myself a lot. We actually have a shadow line here from this metal works there. No worries, Stephen. You take care, sweetheart. Take Heart was a great show. Grace is probably a Neil Buccaneer. You know what? I didn't actually really watch. I still watch for Bob Ross when it comes on now. But you take care, Stephen. I will send you a picture tonight. Just so you've got the full thing. I had a friend who had their painting featured in the gallery on Take Heart. That's quite cool. That is pretty cool. Alright, let's get this sorted. This is actually the thing from my picture reference. I have actually changed a few things. So I do actually want the line to meet where that one is. I just have to be careful when using the sharper that it doesn't go too dark. Will you be adding the scenic background? Yes, there is plans after. So I'm getting my loco done first, and then I've got to add in my rails. And then I've already got some of the clouds. I don't know how well you can see it because they're only thin lines. So I've got the smoke already kind of traced out. I don't know how well you guys can see that though. So I've got the rough lines for my smoke. And then I've got things like the setup for the wall and things as well. So it is coming. I'm just really, I should have done the sky a bit before, but that's why you've got your paper and things to stop you ending up getting it all over your hand. And you can imagine if there was scenic background, I first dibs on a scenic background for my layout. Would a train electric or coal? Now this is where everyone else can answer you, because while I do model railway, I am still quite new to it. So I'm sure the guys won't see you wrong. Oh, it was, yeah, of course it was steam. Duh, that's why I've got the steam there. I'm learning to play the Take Heart thing box tuning my xylophone. I'm getting there. That's cool as well. I've actually, my mum and dad have come up now, and I've actually got the my old keyboard. It's actually one I got from a school, so it's proper full-on one. And I was thinking of playing around with it again to do some music for things like the channel and that. Save all the copyright malarkey. Because at least if it's my own pieces then. It's amazing how you replicate that shine effect. So it's, a lot of it is for lighter gradients, but also this tool is just so handy for creating that, especially I think the first practice I had with metal was for bit on my horse. I bet you panic over smudging. So if I don't have something like a bit of paper, Jason, I will end up with it over my hand. But it's not too bad. That's when you start getting things like the shine. But this is why I always put a bit of paper or something there, because that stops it. And then it doesn't, that's from the previous drawing behind it. But it prevents a lot of it by having a bit of paper there. And you can get these devices that like lift your hand up so it's away from it. Brody, it's a British Duchess class. Smoke cloud pushing out with pressure going back into perspective will make it really nice. So that is, I'm looking forward to that because I've had the practice with this. But this is where I'm worried about the indent lines, because you can see it slightly here. So that's where it's going to be a bit of a pain. I've managed to be okay with it here, but like here where it's slightly blended, you can see those lines. So that's the only thing that's going to let me down. But it's my first time of doing it, so a bit of practice and hopefully I'll get there next time. Model making, drawing, photography, now music. Is there anything you can't do? I don't know, a little bit of everything, Bri. This is just me and I'm bored doing the same thing, I suppose. And some of you might recognise this tune. Same goes, practice makes perfect. Yeah, it's thrown me out of my comfort zone doing this for sure. That is definitely one thing. But you know what? I'm kind of glad I said yes now, because it's something different. And Stephen even said I've got permission that I can do prints if I want to after. So whether I sort prints out from it as well, I'm not sure. I suppose it's handy that we've got the cameras to take pictures. Looks really good to me. Thank you, Brody. I'm enjoying the process, but I feel like there's still so much to do. I need to go up my gradient now. with, guys. Oh, where's that gone? Where we go with that line? That runs up. That's about there. As soon as my track is prepared, I'm getting my Duchess out. Suppose you blame me for that now. So that might give you an idea, Bri. Like I said, I don't know how well you can see it, but sometimes creating this with a pencil, with the rubber even, you get that different, and that gives you like your shininess to it with it being graphite. And pop it just back in with the graphite off there, but my wife's cousin is from the east coast of the UK. I met him once. We got a word. He just vanished one day, no trace. Jeez, that's a shame. Hopefully he just got fed up and hopped on a train. Fingers crossed. I think that's the worst, when people just break contact because you worry, and you'd rather they just said, look, I'm done talking to you, leave me alone. But yeah, family is blown away, no words. Yeah, that's a bit of a worry, isn't it, when people do that? Upwell and onwards. Hello from New Zealand. Hello, buddy. How are you? Me too. A nice guy just didn't sit right. Is it recently it's happened then for you, Broody? Yeah, I'm not happy with those lines. Yeah, last few weeks. Can you contact the police maybe? And you know, try and at least get something out there so they can keep an eye just in case something's happened. Okay. Chuffing Chelly, it's -1 currently. Jeez. Yeah, because you're in winter. Are you coming to the end now, aren't you? You'll be coming into spring soon, won't you? Because I know your seasons are opposite to us. So I imagine you're going to start getting warmer as we get colder. Oh, that's cold up. Well, it's been as low as 4 degrees here in the UK this week. Yes, but it's got warmer. We had a lovely day today and barely any wind. I looked, no trace, no trail, like he's just vanished. Jesus. Well, I hope he, you know, comes back out and maybe he just needs a bit of time. Upwell and onwards, beautifully detailed drawing. Have I got you in my book? I think I do. So for those of you that are not from the trains, for the model railways, I have a book of the names. Because obviously not everyone uses their names. And with everyone, Aaron, there we go. And obviously, with having them coming into our railway lies, I have the purple book. It's got the names in, so Aaron, yeah, it's lovely to see you here again, Dana. Need that darkness in centre. Yes, it's still a load to go. I'm only still on 2B with this currently. But hopefully it is showing the process of building up gradient. And because I'm doing this in real time, it's probably a bit more interesting than watching the time lapse. But probably shows you guys how long it takes as well. Doing it again, guys. I'll go so obviously next year. Oh yeah, spring storm season, 150-kilometre winds, and last year next door had a trampoline on their roof. Oh, lovely. That sounds good. So what I've noticed, what I'm going to do here is this is all quite dark. But especially around this, you've got a shadow under it. So I always try and go a gradient up above myself. Before moving on, so blend it out as such. Yeah, that's interesting weather, isn't it? I had folks that lived in Wellington, so it was beautiful out there. But I think we obviously must have gone during the summer months. So I'm going to get the 4B out now. Do you use spray fixative? What for? I've not used any sprays yet. I've not finished a piece, but at the end I might possibly go over with a matte spray. I'm going to build this up with a 4B as well, I think. Huh? I don't know. I'll rub one outside.
Hey, there's on.
Oh, pop it off then. Oh, Mav says hello. Mav says hello.
Hello.
So again, the train lot will know, ma'am.
Mum, you said, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
no, Mav said hi, mum.
Oh, hiya, Mark. You all right?
Mav.
Man?
Mav.
Mav.
Yeah, we got there eventually.
Right in a minute. Don't forget I'm Welsh.
Well, yeah, you can read his railway
I haven't
name
got my
then.
glasses on. That's why. What's that?
Pussy drag.
What's the like? Yeah.
So we've got some Welsh in there.
Hampton Simpson, Hi. Who's that? Hi.
Which one? Finneton. That's so. You know we talk about Brian, who has his train shop now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Brian. That's his
Ooh,
railway.
He's got lots of 223s.
Gills.
Why have we done that now for?
Which this?
Yeah.
Because it stops my hand getting covered in graphite. So Mum's has invested you guys in this drawing. No, it's on that. There is a Wellington near me. So yes, I believe there is a Wellington in the UK, but I stayed out in the Wellington in New Zealand.
Hey Richard, hello.
Oh, you can read that.
I don't go close.
She's sitting here with closed eyes. And...
Well, I wear 4 eyes, and
Oh, jeez. So yeah, those that don't know, we live with Rob's mum. So she is always usually in my lives and pops in for a few minutes.
I'm not in bed.
Or at your bingo.
Bingo's only once a month, isn't it?
Yeah, but you've gone from bingo and then everyone said to you, did you win?
I know. Yeah. Something I'll do tomorrow, I can't remember. You sit on your legs, knees.
Yeah, it's got the footrest. Never a dull moment, exactly. Scares Grace. What scares me? No, never a dull moment, especially with Mum. You always keep our live stream going, don't you, Mum?
Yep. Make sure they behave themselves.
Oh, scares Grace. Yeah, so not everyone will have probably seen, but last year when our window was uncovered, we were doing the train live, and next thing she's there staring at the window, and I jumped. I swore, didn't I? Yeah. Did I swear? I think I swore.
Never seen you jumping all your life.
She was literally just staring right at me.
Your eyeballs need popped out.
Well, my latest one. Oh dear. There's always something that happens. Less chance with graphite pencil. You did, Grace. Yeah, I thought I did. I think that was the first swear I ever did on the live stream, actually.
I thought you wet your knickers.
Huh?
I thought you'd wet your knickers. I'm sure the whole street heard you.
That's why the dog started barking.
That one of my spoons here. What spoon in here?
No idea.
Rob to Bob. Very funny.
Very funny. Not as funny as causing fires. Yeah, exactly.
Who caused fires?
Me.
Oh.
Cleaning something. But you use a lighter to get it out. And it dripped onto the freaking tissue, didn't it?
firehouse, did you then?
Yep.
There was a fire extinguisher's come from here, didn't there? Fire extinguisher.
I think it went out of date. If I no, it's in my shed, I think. Oh, I can't remember. No, I think we got rid of it last year. I can't remember.
It's a nice photo there, isn't it?
Mm.
You could do the grass, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's coming along later. Not even 10 a.m. and I'm already on my 4th cup. I'm still tired after a modelling weekend at an expo.
Where's my cup of tea then?
I was going to say, where's my cup of tea? I'm the one working hard here. No, Upwell is Aaron and he lives in New Zealand. No, that's... Yeah, it is Upwell that lives in New Zealand. Causing fires. What the chuff. Look at RGJ at the shorts. You've missed it, Aaron. That and I swore.
She always doing fires.
Yeah, not usually by accident. 5:19 p.m. here. Oh yeah, because you're in America, which is lovely to see that we're getting international. Watched last week's live, yeah.
What time is it there?
5:19. Whereabouts in America, Brody? If you want to get into it, obviously it's up to you. If you how close
It's
you
at
want to
home
reveal.
night.
PM night.
Right. So we're well ahead, isn't it?
Yeah,
America, that is it.
yeah. And then New Zealand's ahead of us, and they're in the morning.
Here we are, Port Codman.
By the Pocono Mountains, Pennsylvania.
Oh, nice.
Ah,
Mines, yeah, the mountains.
could MTNS
Oh,
short if the mountains.
Mine was a battle at my glasses.
You'd have thought you'd have learned by now when we're on live. Just wear your glasses.
Oh, I'm dying for sleep at heart.
I've got a sledgehammer.
Yeah. My face looks weird. Them two gashes look like eyes, don't they?
Rob just can't help but see Darth Vader when he sees it.
Yeah. I said, it's really what you think, yeah.
But there's no longer Darth Vader after he passed last week.
How many coaches are you putting on?
And then they go into the distance. No. Guys, you can help me. What's the average that a Steam would have pulled? 7 or 8 coaches, is it? Time zones can be a devil, which is why I prefer UK-based streams. They're just 12 hours behind. Yeah. And that's the thing in America, isn't it? Oh, behind. I thought New Zealand was ahead.
I thought it was right.
Oh, yeah. The UK streams are 12 hours behind, yeah.
12 hours.
Duh. Because our family members, we used to ring and it would be either in the evening for us or in the morning. Like you said, it's handy for contact. Now you've got things like Facebook, so you can leave each other messages, but
Yeah.
I'm talking like early 2000s. It was 2000 we went out where.
Greenwich, right.
Time starts Greenwich. So yeah, we're Greenwich Mean Time or British Summer Time. Yeah, Greenwich, but we're British Summertime at the moment.
Yeah.
Time zones can be, yeah. And then what you have, GMT, for me is actually Grace Baby Time, because I say I'm starting at a time and I never do. So it was, I can't even remember who made that GMT. Was it you, Mav? One of them created Grace Maybe Time and it kind of stuck. That doesn't help. The brightness was down there. Yeah, but the mistake I do if I have it too dark is it doesn't help me see the proper colour it should be. I should have made sure that was up, actually.
got D-Y-I on it.
For what, sorry?
You've got a D and a Y, I don't know.
Yeah, that's just for photo, that's not... Oh, GWR starts whole time system back in the early days of railways as before the UK had different time zones. Did we? I never knew that. How long ago are we talking?
This was close with it.
Oh, what different times did we have? Different time zones, can you remember that, ma'am? I suppose you were in Cyprus at the time, probably, weren't you? This is when Aaron says it was way before any of us were born, but...
You're right. Does he mean different times for train times?
No, I think it means different time zones. I don't know. What's
It's so
that?
different years ago, wasn't it? So different. 1920s, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, you weren't alive. You're not that old.
I wasn't born then. Was he born then?
No.
Oh. What have I done now? What have I done?
Oh, nothing. I wasn't insulting you, calling you old.
1946. What's that?
What's what?
18. Jesus Christ, I wasn't born.
Oh. Are you sure about that?
Was he born then?
From the 1800s?
Oh,
We'd be looking well for his age, wouldn't he? Skin and bones.
sorry, mate. I do apologise.
Mate, hearing you say mate doesn't sound right. Oh, you've been hanging around me too much. Oh, jeez.
Oh, sorry, Mama.
Why has that gone off, actually?
Put the timer perhaps.
It didn't come up. No,
Input
it's the
off.
signal.
I introduced an input button.
Yeah.
Where's the input button?
No, I don't know why.
Please.
No. Oh, that's interesting. No, it's at the back. It's almost the leads just died on us. Bear with, guys. I've actually lost input to the screen. Which one is it?
Who are you all?
No, that's not that one. Why have I lost input? Because I can't see the comments for a minute, guys. That has literally just decided to die.
Nothing in there, isn't there? Is it
No,
switches?
it's in the back of here somewhere.
Oh, that switch is hanging out. Over there.
Has it come back on?
Yeah. No. But that switch is hanging out there.
No,
Oh,
that's
I
different.
don't know.
Has it come back on?
Nope. Selecting the input using the input button.
Oh dear. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
What happened?
Nothing. I didn't touch it. Okay, that's weird. Unless somebody's mucking around with it. I don't know if he's got control of this TV.
No, he's watching something on TV.
Yeah, but you can get apps that you can change things.
Oh, no.
What I find quite weird is I know more about UK railways than I do New Zealand. Does New Zealand have narrow gauge? Train shape like one of those speed whales. Just googled it, 1847. Yeah, you're not that old, man.
I wasn't born then.
Just far off.
46. What happened there?
I don't know. It
There
literally...
is a thing hanging out there.
No, that's for the internet, that one.
You shouldn't hang out like that.
Yeah. Wait, which one are we talking about?
The end one there.
Yeah, that's the power to that, and then you've got your switches. Just giving Mum an IT lesson, guys.
That's painted again, his roof, doesn't
Yeah. Call me Ishmael.
he? Ishmael. Nice name. Nice name. All right, thanks.
And New Zealand is all 3'6" gauge, but besides some of our locos would make you think different.
Locals weren't very big when I was born. We used to have steam then, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what one of these is, this steam.
Steam load.
I don't know if you would have ever seen this
I
one.
was lovely good past the house tonight, yeah. You obviously the railway train going
Yeah.
12 o'clock. Ready for Bangor. I thought it was so late and that. Oh.
Is this showing you the gradients building up well enough, guys, or? Because I hope that's what it is giving you. Funny nickname the streamlined coronations had was upside down bathtubs. Oh yeah. We've hardly any trains anymore since factories have gone.
No, they're not the same now.
We've lost a lot of our steam.
Good old trains are better.
Well, there's barely any come and visit here now. I go to Llandudno Junction and that's it, isn't it?
I get train from there, then take to Manchester or whatever. I think you go straight to Cardiff if you want.
No, I mean the steam engines don't really come on the island anymore, do they?
No. It's lovely. Because she and I was very late in Christmas. Oh, dear God. Have a nice hot day tomorrow.
I'm bringing to you guys a weather report from Mam.
Where's New Zealand?
Which one?
Funny.
Upwards and onwards. He is named Aaron. Yeah, he's New Zealand.
Ishmael, he said.
Huh?
Who's Ishmael? My name's Ishmael. It did, he said, I've seen it on there. Don't worry to me now.
Jeremy Norman. Hiya, buddy. Thanks for just popping it in. I'm trying to work out whether Brian's done that to wind me up or not, but... Can you blame them, Grace? I mean, only place I've seen steam locos on blocks with the wheels missing. Ooh! Well, it stops at Llandudno Junction. That's a lot worse, isn't it, Mum?
Yeah. I only saw when we were younger. Go past my house.
That's because you're old. She's going to give me a thick ear in a minute.
Pardon?
I said, you're going to give me a thick ear in a minute. Pardon? You got me deaf in me old age.
Because we was cast iron. Huh?
What was cast iron originally, Bri?
Trains, yeah.
I don't know.
Cast iron trains.
I'm not that much of an expert.
If I'm right.
Rails. Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah, it's model really, isn't it? What's the difference?
No, I think he's talking about genuine. You've got different types.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
No night, Richard. Grace A4, Sir Nigel Greasy is running from Holyhead on Wednesday, 18th September. Oh!
Yeah, you see, so we get one every so often.
Oh, thank you for that, Richard.
We do get
When's
one.
that? Is that this Wednesday?
And your passengers don't have to pay.
Sir Nigel Greaslow's running from Holyhead on Wednesday.
Obviously.
Thank you, Richard. Oh, Mum's just been joining me on my live reading the comments. Can you get up without the chair slipping?
Funny man, that man is. Computer went off.
Yeah. The screen just decided to go poof and then came back. The input just decided to go a bit funny. We're one sightseeing train, very old with giants stacked like cowboy days. Yeah, but I do like some of the American designs. Love how the 100th in the Pacific bears the name of its designer and still runs. Greasley. Whoa.
You tell her about the
Okay.
steam running.
Yeah, that's what I've just said to him.
We get one once a year, don't we? Rob, you went to see before, didn't you? Somewhere?
No, we used to get 8 or 10 a year.
And we're down to 1. How much the fair's to go on it? Expensive. Ugh.
Robbie's just looking it up now, I think.
Can I pinch a biscuit for you?
Would it not be you and alive if you didn't pinch a biscuit off me?
Hello, biscuit.
Eh? What was it last time? The digestives?
Damage your dodger. Oh, no, I didn't take it.
That's a new biscuit. If it's created now, you know. Oh, Brian, are you off? Oh no, sorry, Richard's saying good night. I hope you get to see it. Good night. Thanks for letting us know, Richard. Oh yeah, locomotive trust. Oh, that'll be amazing.
Nice price too, I bet.
There's not even stopping.
No?
It's literally going from Holyhead. Well, hold a second, it's got to get there. So when's it coming in?
Come overnight.
I was just thinking that.
Late eggs, probably.
Jason's one to ask on Traxy.
I don't know if he's still in. He's still in, Jace. Just realised Gresley was originally Scottish and one of the CMEs is trained was a... I can't see the end of that comment for a minute. He was trained, was a Kiwi. Oh, no way. I'm back to the 2B now, trying to bring these together. Oh, I don't know what I think about
We're
this.
off very early Wednesday, the bottom one. Leaving crew.
3 a.m.
3 a.m. I said, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Richard. How did you always know this, Richard? Because wasn't it Richard that told us all at crew that Monday that there was one coming?
Yeah.
I've been leaving crew 3 a.m. Beware here. At what? 4, 5 o'clock?
No, about 5.
I'm going to say, would they take it slow?
Yeah, but the problem is, if people know it's coming, they're going to be jammed on the station.
What's it looks like?
Pardon?
Looks like a robot opening. Better.
Yeah, but I can't fly the drone. I can't even.
I'm sure everybody wanted to know that, ma'am.
You heard me?
Yeah, they would have. It picks it up well.
You gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, you need the patience of a saint to draw such detail. Yeah, sometimes I have to put it down. I did say to Stephen, because we'd taken a break off the trains and then the cold. No night, ma'am. Mum says, no night, everyone. But, yeah, sometimes I do have to put it down. It's like these wheels, I stopped at that point because it was just getting to me. And with all the lines, like I said, it's the only mistake I've made with this was doing the indents. Because that has caused difficulties with smoke and things. So I had to step away from that. But that even took a bit of a step back as well. So sometimes you just back off from it and... sorry, I'm spelling mistake. Machines at work shake a lot. Not a problem, buddy. I'm awful with my spelling. Back in the early 70s, we used to jump on the moving train boxcars and ride, sometimes steal the dynamite from a caboose and blow it off in the river. Real-time trains. Brian sent me something. Valley 5:48, Holyhead 5:55 a.m. Thank you. Richard, I thought you were going to bed, mister. But thank you, it is appreciated.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, you could possibly take off at T. Croix.
Oh, that's T. Croix Station there.
Oh, so you can. Sorry, guys, Rob's...
I don't think that's right, but...
Where did you film it before? That was Bedorgan, wasn't it?
No, it was T. Croix, but they changed the no-fly zones.
Ah, so Rob's just... Sorry, those that aren't interested in the trains, but I suppose this is a train I'm drawing, and it's about that I was. You do and me, I usually say that on lives. Brian, I sent you a train times. Yeah, I've seen that. Thank you, darling. Because I know Rob said that he does want another drone shot. Oh, I'm not using the tube either. Definitely needs blending.
Yeah, so.
What?
I was right.
So it is.
Yeah.
Could you just go a bit further down and have it out?
That's parking.
I suppose it is just a country road down there, isn't it?
No, I don't need the Dolphin Station.
Oh, is that free? What's it like for shots? I'm guessing, are we getting up? How long are you going tonight? I have no idea. It's just continued on, which I suppose isn't a bad thing. I'm going to call it a night now, or good night, Grace. And good night, Brian. Thank you for watching, darling, as well as Richard. And Broody, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully see you on another one. These aren't set in stone when I do these live, but keep an eye on the communities tab. I am also on Facebook and Instagram as well. So if you wanna, if you're on those social medias, give that a like, because you might have more chance of seeing when I'm going live on there. But thank you so much for joining. you looking for, dear?
I know there's another one coming through, but I can't remember the one.
Wasn't there one recently? So I'm just going to take a break for a quick second away from drawing.
Oh, there you go.
Again, those who know.
Thank you, Onion.
Saturday over 28. 45596 Bahamas. I'm guessing something like, oh, is that green? No, it's black, isn't it? Or I know, like, Mark Stoneover gets so many down south, it's not fair. So I do need to even this out a bit more now with the 2. But not as dark as that. So it's finding that fine line to get it darker to... But it does vary how you hold a pencil as well as to what you can create. So I'm holding this very lightly against the paper rather than there that was the same gradient with more pressure. And then because you occasionally do hit it harder, that's where your blending stump comes in handy. And then these dreaded lines. I might have to slightly do a take there and do a bit thicker in places to... Yeah. Mum had said about it, so put back on if you want it. Sorry. I'm thinking I might call it quits anyway because it's getting a bit late, isn't it? Obviously, see comments. Had very uplifts professional fair line in New Zealand. Last steamer built in Southern Ireland yesterday. Oh, okay. Did you get any pictures? Just be left, it seems, says Matt. Still here, says Aaron, because Aaron's from RGJ as well. And Richard. Richard, I thought you were going. And Snowy is here lurking in the background as well. So it's saying we've got 10 in. So there is still a few lurkers hanging about, so... So yeah, what I might have to do is slightly add a bit of darker shadow somehow in certain areas because of these indents. But lesson learnt for next time, for sure. And I don't mind the patchy look here because that just gives you the patchiness of a metal. Are we going to be getting up early on Wednesday then?
Possibly.
Might as well stop here now. Yeah, Richard, I'm not going to go on for too longer. I think I'm going to call it quits when Rob's ready to go up, and then... Hey Grace, want to hear a silly loco preservation? Can't read the rest of it for a minute because I think Rob's setting up preservation tale. Go on then. Fire away, Aaron. But I definitely feel like tonight doing this, I have got my spark back. Something that was missing for a little bit. But this is again how it goes with drawing sometimes, and there's no point forcing it if it isn't there. Just, you're going to ruin it otherwise. And there was one point I was so critical of those wheels, wasn't I, Rob? And you said to me, just, it's fine, it's fine. And it's only when I came back at it, I was like, yeah, okay, you were right. And we know I don't admit that to Rob very often. So here I've got I need to darken this a bit because it kind of blends in here. And then I've got my white, my shiny metal that I need to do. Some people use jelly pencils as well, jelly pens for things like the highlights, but if you can get it just right, a nice clean bit, fill in the rest around it, you don't need that. I've gone over it again. Just a bit of a wiggle. I think I might need to create a bit of a point with this to get the exact effect I'm looking for, because it doesn't look too out there. Are you going up, darling? Right, well, I'm going to call it a night. I want to thank everyone for joining in. Here in New Zealand, we have two locos built in the 1870s that were dumped in riverbanks in the 20s and dug up in the 80s, and both locos are steam. Oh, that's cool. That is something, Grace. Let's see the whole picture before you go. So, this is how we're looking at the moment. Obviously, this is being built on at the moment. That is going to be in the episode that I do. Because I'm thinking maybe do the gradients on lives, and I don't know. I just worry that you guys might get bored with what I'm doing. But that is how we're looking at the moment. If I try and raise it, because I find as well, your perspective changes the way you angle this, and also look at the light. Look at the angle with it. So I'll try and get you straight on. But that's how we're looking. So as you can see, I've still got so much more to do. If we look at the reference photo, I've still got to add details on, especially with the windows. As you can see, like, it's hard trying to show you, so like this panel here especially, you can see I'm going to have to build my gradients up here because it's a heck of a lot darker. And this is why it's so important to go back and forth, because what gradients might show, it looks a bit more washed out in my video, but that's why you're constantly going back and forth and sorting your gradients. So thank you everyone, and hopefully have some more videos for you that I can save and then upload. So take care. Grace and Rob, this has calmed me a lot and was just what I needed tonight. No worries, Mav, darling. I will try and do some more lives. Especially now on the trains, we're not doing Tuesdays. I might try and stick them on Tuesdays. Let's see how it goes and obviously how we feel. But I might at least try and do twice a month maybe of Tuesdays. But we'll see how we go. I don't want to put a time on it. How much you're putting into it. What do you mean, Richard? I don't even know how much time I've spent on this now in terms of hours. But again, I'm not as experienced as some, so it will take a bit longer. But I've still got to obviously finish off the loco, the underneath here, the wheels here, and then sort out the gradients on the locos, and then I go on to my background, and then the rails and foregrounds, because I've got a lot of lines, so I've got to make sure I get the right ones. Not Paul Grace, it's quite therapeutic watching. I thought you might enjoy it, Snowy darling. So yes, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to maybe do not necessarily a 1 minute warning, because you obviously have seen it now. As in real picture details, background, just... Oh, fair enough. So yeah, still lots and lots to do. But it will come slowly but surely. And Stephen is obviously very patient. But yes, I bid you all good night. I'm going to say good night on here. And thank you all. Okay, it says RGJ, but you know that's me, so thank you everyone. And hopefully I'll get some more content done this week, as well as a bit more on the railway. Enjoy the nice weather while it's here. So thank you everybody, and good night.